how's it going? It is Saturday. Today is day 4 of the 100-day challenge. So welcome back. I want to start out just by saying a very humble thank you. I have felt just overwhelmed with gratitude during everything that I've gone through over the summer. I have just felt so much support and love, and I've really felt supported, and it has meant the world to me. And so many different people, like close friends and just even acquaintances, are reaching out and asking me how I am and saying they're thinking about me and praying for me, and that just means the world to me. And your kindness is just so inspiring. And that's a thing in and of itself. Like, kindness spreads, right? Like, your kindness inspires me to be kind to others. It also gives me just the inspiration to keep going. So that's something to think about, to anybody. You just never know what people were going through. I was on a jog earlier today, and there was this woman that was like looking down at her phone. She was walking her dog, but the whole time she was just on her phone. And like, my first instinct was to judge her that she was just on her phone too much and not even enjoying the beautiful day. But I have no idea what her story is. Like, I thought back to over the summer when things were happening with my mom, and I would go outside and I would enjoy the fresh air, and I would also be really connected to my phone in case anything went wrong. And I just think that it's really important, especially right now. Like, we have no idea what is going on in people's lives, and to just spread kindness and to spread tolerance and love and patience, the same type of, love that you would like and expect, or the same, I can't even think of the word that I'm thinking of, but, giving them a little bit of grace. Like, she's allowed to look at her phone. We're allowed to do different things. But even if people do things, if people cut you off, like, you just never know. They might have an emergency. I don't know. But it just feels better to live that way for me personally. So all that to say, thank you so much for the support. I feel it so strongly. Today, I wanted to talk about what versus why. So I'm actually going to talk about 2 different concepts, and these concepts can be applied to your goals, but they can also be applied to just everyday life and non-goals as well. Kind of how you do one thing is how you do everything. So it's all working together for you. So what versus why? Such a big difference. Your what. So your what is, what you're doing. So for me, I teach fitness, and I'm going to just give you an example. Like I said, I teach fitness, and a lot of people in the world and people that I know want to lose weight, right? Like, that is a very common goal. That is a goal that a lot of people have. However, a lot of people just have that goal with no depth, no thought behind why they want to lose weight. So they want to lose weight, and, they'll work out for one day, and then the next day they're tired, and maybe they don't want to work out, so they don't, or maybe there's cake or there's booze, and so they indulge. And, you can only go so deep toward your goal if you just have that what. That why is the thing that drives the goal, that drives the what. And so really, in everything in life, it's important to be intentional about why you're doing things, like having intention behind things, having purpose and meaning behind your actions, so that they're not just cheap, really. So the why for that same example might be, I want to lose weight because I feel sluggish and I want to have more energy. And so that little thing is such a huge difference. It's such a bigger motivator. If you know that you're not feeling great, you know that there are certain foods that don't make you feel great. There are certain foods that make you feel better. So if your goal is to lose weight because you want to feel better, you're going to focus on that feeling better. There's deeper connection to it. So it's going to trigger you to take better actions and better steps toward your goal. So I came across something that I thought was really meaningful, And before I go into that, I actually just want to share a little bit of my why and why I'm doing this challenge. It started obviously because I needed a reason to get out of bed. I am grieving, and I got inspired one day, and so I turned on a live and I was like, I'm going to do this every day. And I was all pumped up, and I wanted you to be pumped up, and I was so excited. And then I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing? And I thought about it more, and I thought about it more, and I remembered my why in general, for my purpose, for my life, is to help inspire others to get over their fears, to get over their doubts, their limiting belief, to live an amazing life, because I struggled with those things for so long. And so that is a part of my purpose. And so that why, it really leads into everything that I do. You know, I don't necessarily know what I'm going to do, but I know that that why is behind it. So like when I started this challenge, I didn't really know what the point of the challenge was. I just knew that I wanted to speak inspiration to myself and speak inspiration to the world, because I really want to make the world a better place. So whatever it is your goal is, and I do hope that you have a goal. If you don't have a goal, then that's okay. Now's the time. You can get a goal, and whatever that may be, you know, it could be, like I said, to lose weight. It could be to go on a run every day or every couple days. It could be to read a good book. I don't know what it is for you, but whatever your goal is, it's so important to have goals because it keeps you moving forward. And if you're not moving forward, then you're just staying stagnant. And one of the things that gives us meaning and purpose in life is growth. And so if you're not growing, you don't feel good. You're literally dying. You're not really just staying stagnant. You're actually dying. You're putting yourself in a worse position. So you're either slowly growing or slowly dying. But that's the thing. It's a slow progression. But having goals will get you closer to some certain point, whatever that is. It gives you something to focus on. It gives you something to work toward. It helps to make you a better person, hopefully. Unless you have some weird goals that I don't really want to hear about. Anyway, but so the thing that I heard, this is from a guy on YouTube. I randomly came across a video, and his name is Michael Jr., and he's a comedian. And he was doing this thing where it was called Breakdown. In the middle of his comedy sets, he would stop and basically ask questions of the audience. And his why was to inspire people to live their purpose. And so he would do that through comedy, and he would do that through other means as well. So in this particular video, it's only like 3 minutes long. It's really, really great. He is talking to this music teacher or music director, and he has him sing Amazing Grace. And the guy sings Amazing Grace, and it is very good. This guy is very talented, but it's just one level. There's not a lot of soul behind it. And so then this guy, Michael Jr., he says, okay, I want you to sing this as if you have been in prison, you've been fighting for your life, you have had a hard life, and this is your redemption song. And it totally changed this guy. Like, he connected to that so hard. And that why of the purpose behind the song had more meaning, and you could hear it and you could see it, and it was really freaking powerful. And so it was just a small example of like something so simple, and it happened like that too. Like, he told him, and then a second later he sang the song, you know. So your why doesn't have to be super complicated or complex. Like, it can just be a simple thing. So anyway, Michael Jr. said about it, when you know your why, your what becomes more impactful because you're walking toward and in your purpose. So finding your why makes your what more meaningful because you are walking toward or in your purpose. And don't we all want to live in our purposes? Like, isn't that just the goal or the dream? If we could all live in how we were created to be, like, there would be so much joy and so much giving and so much love and kindness, and it would just be freaking awesome. And so the start of that for any goal is to have that why, that root, to give it depth and give it meaning. So that is the first thing. The second thing is can't versus won't. So I heard this yesterday, and it goes with excuses, right? So a lot of times we say, oh, I can't do that because whatever it is. So let's go back to working out. So say there is a workout in the morning and someone's like, oh, I can't go to the workout because I had a late night, or I can't go to the workout because I'm going to be late, or I can't go to the workout, whatever it is. So there's all these can'ts that we make in our life, right? And it's not just working out. This is like even going to a friend's party. Like, oh, I can't go because, I mean, first off, we lie a lot of times, but it'll be like, I can't go because I'm not feeling well, or I can't go because I have something to do, whatever it is. I want you to understand, this was pretty profound to me. I put #boom next to it in my notes. Can't equals won't. Change that all around. Like, take power behind that, because it's not I can't do the workout because I didn't get sleep. It's I won't do the workout because I didn't get sleep. You know, take that on, like own that. And it's okay. It's okay if you don't want to do the workout, but just know that it's not that you can't. You can. It's kind of like that thing, like you'll make time for a person or a thing if you really want to, right? Like you hear all the time couples or somebody that is single, like two people that are single, a girl will be like, oh, this guy is not texting me back. He's not texting me back. And it's like, that is an indicator that maybe he is just not that into you, because in my experience, when someone is into you, they show it. They make time for you. And so it's kind of the same thing. Like if you wanted to do the thing, if you wanted to work out, if you wanted to go to the party, whatever it is, you would make the time to do it. So shift the way you think about those things. And like I said, it's okay to not want to do things, but own it. Because you will find strength in owning your truth, first off, and then you will be able to distinguish what you actually want to do versus what you don't want to do. And if you don't want to do something, then it's just great to know that you don't want to do something, because that'll give you clarity on other things that you may want to do. Like, why don't I want to do this? Maybe I don't want to go to this party because so-and-so is going to be there, or whatever it is. But it's not that you can't. You have the ability to, you have the capability to. Whatever it is, whatever your goal is, you are able to, but maybe you just won't. And like I said, that's okay, but just distinguish the difference between can't and won't. So that is all I have for you. I will see you back tomorrow. Happy Saturday. Thank you so much, by the way, for just hanging out with me. It's been awesome to speak to you, and I really appreciate you taking the time of your day to watch this video. And I am working on some really exciting things, so I'm excited, and I will see you tomorrow.